Hi guys, welcome to a new episode of Marcel in Bulgaria. In this video I will talk about studying medicine in Europe. If you want to work in the future in Europe, then the best thing you can do is start here, studying medicine or dentistry. There are different universities that are very famous, and there are some universities where you can study even if you don't have perfect grades. Like in Eastern Europe especially, it's possible for anyone to study. For example, in Bulgaria, in the Ukraine, and the education is very good. And the reason for that is that the European framework has a legal background, a constitution, a curriculum that is on a very high standard, and it's equalized all in Europe. And all the universities get funding for this to maintain this level of education, and they're also legally obligated to fulfill the requirements. So whenever you are in Europe, you're going to have a good medical or dental education. So it doesn't matter where you study. Of course, there are some famous universities like the University of Heidelberg in Germany, for example, or the University in Prague. But you can study anywhere, and with the degree, you're automatically allowed to work anywhere in Europe as a doctor and dentist. You're free of movement. It's called freedom of movement as a medical professional, so you can go in every country as long as you learn the language and as long as you've passed the language test. You can start working there, and you can even you have the right to open up your own practice in all of the European Union countries. Those are the two rights. You can go anywhere, work anywhere, and your medical license is getting approved in every European Union country after the law if you have an European Union degree. Of course, you can go to other countries as well with the European Union degree. It's recognized all over the world, but in some countries like United States or UK, you need to do extra exams. As UK is moving from the European Union, you have to do an exam also in 2021. From there on, you have to do an exam as well. So, where in Europe can you study? So, you can study in different countries, for example, Germany. But in Germany, it's very difficult to get a place. Just like that, same situation as France. In Spain, it's also not very different. However, dentistry has some private universities like the Universidad Europea de Madrid or Valencia, and they are laureate universities. Co-founder is Bill Clinton. They exist also in Cyprus and in the United States, and are very good, but they're private and they're very expensive. The Universidad Europea de Madrid is costing 14,000 per year, and Universidad Europea de Madrid, Valencia is 40,000 and Madrid is 20,000 per year. So it's very expensive. Living conditions are very expensive. They're just about the same than in Germany, but the food prices are even more high. Apartment costs in Madrid also very high. So it's going to be the most expensive choice, but it's possible to get a place there. Germany, very hard. France, also very hard. And Italy, there's a lot of international programs, but you have to pass the EMAT. This is a medical test for internationals that want to study in Italy, medicine or dentistry, and also passing this one is very difficult. The medical education in Italy also is not that great, so I would not recommend it. What I recommend is to study in Bulgaria, where I study. It's a very good place, and the Sofia Medical University is really one of the best addresses in Eastern Europe. It's famous for the good quality, and at the same time, the tuition fees are not that high. It's 8,000 euro per year, which is, as the living conditions are extremely low, half of the expenses you have in the United States, for example, for living, or in Germany. It's very cheap to study there. Basically, you end up paying maybe 1,200 euro for tuition fees and living all together per month. 1,200 euro. You can also afford to go on 1,000, but if you want to have a good life standard, you should calculate altogether 1,200 euros. So I think it's possible for everyone to raise that amount with help of family and friends, relatives, and so on. Bank loans and summer holiday jobs. So Bulgaria is one of the best options. You also have the option to go to Slovakia, which is also quite good, and Poland, which is also an option. I'm from Germany. There it's very difficult to get a place. That's why hundreds of people each year decide to go to Bulgaria. Around 50 people each year start in Sofia Medical University. The other people split up between Varna, Plovdiv and Pleven. And Sofia Medical is the most famous, the biggest in the country, with 14 university hospitals in Sofia. The biggest clinics are there, and it's also the oldest one in Bulgaria. So if you're interested, then you should watch these videos on my channel, because I have made a lot of content about the costs, about the life, about the education. So if you're interested, watch those videos. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm a 5th year dental medicine student in Sofia Medical University. And on my channel, you find a lot of information. But if you have some specific questions, feel free to contact me. I'm going to answer each and every one of you. Just keep in mind that my answers might take a little time, because the education is very intense and sometimes I just don't have the time. But my YouTube channel is important for me. For that reason, I'm always gonna be there for you. Press subscribe if you like to see more videos. Don't forget to press also on the bell so you don't miss the next one. And give me thumbs up. Comment under the video below for information that you want to hear for in the next video. And see you in the next video. Yours, Marcel, in Bulgaria.